Okay, we got another oil pump here. So I got two different ones here. Got another Buell pump. Or I think 98. Yeah, 98 and later Sportster, same pump. So that's what this one is. Turn the light on. So that's a 98 part number on the bottom. They have the dual feeds. They can feed through the top. I don't particularly want crap coming through the top, so that's why this one here I welded the hole up right there. So anyway, this is a standard one. This one here is your standard Evo pump 90, which is part numbered under here, 1990. So this is your 90 to 97 oil pump, standard Sportster pump. These are interchangeable. You can put either one in the bike. This does not have the secondary feed on top. But it also has smaller gears. See how it's not as tall? So it has less volume. So I like the bigger volume, so I use the Buell pump. So this one here seems to be rotating. This is right off of eBay, so I haven't looked at it yet to see if it's any good. It already rotates better than mine, so it's probably good. Okay, let's get the junk parts out of the way over here. Stuff we're not going to be reusing. Which is pretty much everything except for this cover here. I got two more screws. I'll need those now. Okay, let's go ahead and take this one apart. Keep the O-ring just in case. You always want to take this stuff apart and look at it. Just don't throw it right on your bike. Might have a little piece of shrapnel in there like mine did. You never know. I had a lot of shrapnel in mine now. Yeah, they didn't clean the oil out of it. What's up with that? So this side looks good. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up so we can get little parts without being full of oil. Alright, we're back again. Here's the new pump all cleaned up. You can see how this one's not trashed out down inside like the other one was. What a shocker. You can see little marks in here in the top. Excuse me. That's where the had a little bit of trash go through this one. Nothing really much, but nothing that'll be a little mark. Mine has more marks than that on mine, but not much more. Considering how many pumps it's been through. Anyway, here's the rotor gear. You can see how it's not all chewed up like the last one. Looks nice and new. When you put together, it rotates real nicely and free, like they're supposed to. It's always a good sign. And the pressure side, same thing, nice and clean. So, and it rotates good too. So that's how you tell you got a good pump. The biggest thing is it shows up real quickly here. You can see it has a little mark right there where something sucked through it. So this has a very small piece of trash in here. So he had some dirty oil here he wasn't keeping cleaned up very well. But oh well. Things happen. No biggie. Alright, so basically at this point you slightly clean off the crap here. Put this piece of crap back together. Because I want to go blow it up again tomorrow. Got a need for some speed. So, anyway. That part's clean. So basically to put this together, it's pretty straightforward. It's supposed to be a gasket right here, which went in there. Nope, didn't make it. Didn't make the last cut, I guess. Looks like I used gasket cinch. Again, I don't like gaskets too much. So we'll just regoop it. These go together pretty easily. Just put a little bit of assembly lube on some of the parts. Not many of them. Put it on the rotor is good. So just put a little assembly lube where we get the camera at. There we go, down the bottom in there. Not too critical. Kind of let it drop down in there like that. That'll lubricate the OD once it starts pumping, or when I spin it. Put a little more on the inside here where the actual rotor goes. It doesn't matter how these go together, it's universal. They're pretty much foolproof. So you just rotate it until it pops into where it belongs. There we go. And gravity will feed it in there if it's good. If you have to force it, then it's not as good as you thought it was. So that's the sump side. You get your little divider plate here, so it only fits one way more or less. You gotta look in there how the offset is, and look at this. So you got a small gap here and a big gap here if you look at it. So you just got to drop it in the hole and match it up. Let's see. Yeah, throw it on dirt always helps. Yeah, might as well start really getting it dirty. What the hell? So just drop it in there. That separates your two gear cavities. You use the same thing. You put a little bit of lube on it. On the OD. Right there too while I'm at it. Drop our rotor in there and snot up the inside. You gotta put something in here or it might vacuum lock on you when you first start the bike up. You can put grease in here too, as long as it's not full of crap. Just nice, clean, good grease. So you gotta find a spot where it drops in. Got to rotate it until everything lines up. There we go. Yep. Not too hard to do. Make sure you have oil on the outside there. Put your O-ring back in there. Grease will help hold it in there if the O-ring doesn't fit very well. Doesn't want to stay in. I'm going to use my old cover. So all you do is bolt it on. It only fits one way because the bolt patterns are bigger, closer here, wider there. The screw is going to one that has a thread, obviously. The screw bolts go through on the other side. I always like putting all the bolts in there before I pull it down. Now if you're at the track doing all this, you'd be all full of dirt doing all this. Because you run on dirt. Dirt goes everywhere. So that'd be like pre-lube. Helps break things in. Alright. Actually, I think I gotta do something different. Yeah, I gotta change this body fitting off too. Okay. Use the appropriate torque. When it quits moving, it's tight. I think that was the appropriate torque. Okay, after you bolt together, make sure everything rotates like it's supposed to. I gotta take this fitting out and swap it over for my fitting. I run an AN fitting over here, so I just gotta swap that out. Go ahead and do that. There it is, 9/16. Where are we at? Well, yeah. Figure out what the hell I'm doing around here. Well, that was real tight. That one. 5/8. Oh, there's my gasket. Thought I had a gasket on this bike once. See, now I've got to try to reuse my gaskets. See? I think it's going to be reusable. Yeah, we'll see. I'm cheap, so we'll see if we can save my gasket. If I was at the track, I'd put together without the gasket. To hell with it. Yeah, this isn't coming off very easily. He's down my pocket knife. I'm gonna try to scrape the gasket off. I go get some glue, some sealer for the fitting here. So I'll be back.